Hello everyone, welcome back to Footy Ratings. Let's get straight into the ratings of the Community Shield match between Liverpool and Manchester City. So first up we have Adrian. Adrian got a 6 from me. He had a few bad passes, his kicking was not great and he made a mistake leading to the Julian Alvarez goal. But up to that point he had made 3 good saves and was pretty solid. Not too bad for a third choice keeper. Next we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. He had a great goal in the match from outside the box, even though it took a deflection of a defender. He was putting in great crosses, although he did have a few bad passes, but overall he was solid in both attack and defense. Next up we have Virgil van Dijk. He really handled Haaland well, I thought, but his passes were not the best. He had good communication with Matip as well, which leads us to a 7 that Matip got. I thought he was very impressive this match. Good passing, good running out of the defense, good clearances, helped Marshall Haaland as well. Really good performance from him. Next up we have Andy Robertson. He played quite well, I would think. He had one shot on the side netting, plus an assist for the late Nunes goal. And he had very good running, always willing to defend and run at the same time, so he got a high score of 7. Next up we have Thiago. I thought he was very composed on the ball, especially provided great cover to the back four, and also was very good at passing and on the ball play. Next up we have Fabinho. Very good passing, just his usual solid self, so he gets a solid 6. Next up we have Jordan Henderson. He was good at driving forward, but he had a few misplaced passes in the final third as well. Next up we have Luis Diaz. He showed some good running, but often either overran the ball or made the wrong choice in the final attacking third. But he was also there to defend and linked up well when he could with Firmino and Salah. Which leads us to Salah. He had an absolutely great match. Whenever he got the ball, he always looked dangerous, always in good positions. He provided an assist for the goal to Trent Alexander-Arnold, also crossed for the penalty, and then converted the penalty himself. So Mohamed Salah was absolutely brilliant this match and helped Liverpool win the trophy. Then we have Bobby Firmino. He gets a 5 for me. I think he was the worst player for Liverpool this game. He had some bad shots, didn't really look willing to link up with the others, bad passes, just not a good match for him, unfortunately. Next up we have Ederson and Kyle Walker. Ederson gets a 6. He was good at cutting out crosses. He had a decent save for Nunes and was close to save the penalty. So he was solid overall, didn't have much else to do besides that. Kyle Walker showed a lot of powerful running. He lost some balls, however, but tried to provide as best cover as he could while going forward as well, so he gets a 6. Next we have Ruben Diaz. He showed good positioning, he had some good blocks, and actually I think it was quite bad luck about the penalty he conceded. I don't think he could have put his arm anywhere else, but still I think he was quite solid overall in the match. Next up we have Nathan Ake. Same thing, he was solid throughout the whole match. He had very bad luck in deflecting the Trent Alexander-Arnold goal into the net, but other than that I thought he was still solid back then. And then we have Cancelo. The same like usual for Cancelo. He showed great stuff going forward most of the time, but then his defending let him down. He lost plenty of balls, Salah got past him way too easily and showed flashes of really bad ball control. So he gets a 5 there. Next up we have Kevin De Bruyne. Like always, he showed very good positivity, driving forward, but also his end product wasn't as good as it usually is for him. He had some bad passes, lost some balls, and also missed a chance to score. Next up we have Rodrigo. He sat back, gave up some fouls, but mostly provided good protection to the back four. Next up we have Bernardo Silva. He was composed on the ball, he showed some great passes and overall good positioning, but he also lost some balls that could have been avoided. Then we have Jack Grealish. He had some good running, but mostly he never got past his man. He lost quite a bit of balls as well, and just didn't have the influence that you think he would have, especially after taking that position over from Sterling. I expected much more from him, and he really didn't deliver today. Speaking of people not delivering, today was supposed to be Haaland's day, and he was absolutely terrible in my opinion. He had a very big miss when he should have scored, bad touches, seemed disinterested, got some runs completely wrong, very, very disappointing from him. Let's hope he improves when the Premier League starts. Next up we have Mahrez. I thought he was the best out of the starting front three by far. He showed more willingness to take on his man, good running, good passes, and also had a shot on target, but he should have scored. Then we come to the substitutes of the game. We have Julian Alvarez. He came on very well and scored in about 7 minutes. Good positioning, was willing to run, willing to link up. I gave him a 6. Phil Foden as well played his part in Manchester City's goal. He had a shot on target. I mean, he should have probably scored, but he still contributed as best he could. He got a 6 as well. Then there was Ilkay Gundogan. He went on with his business as usual, tried to cover the back four. He got a 6 as well. Then we get to the Liverpool substitutes. We have Darwin Núñez. Of course, was very dangerous as soon as he came on. A lot better input than Firmino. He won the penalty, and he also scored the winning goal, but also had some big misses. But I gave him an 8 in this point. I thought he really changed the game just with his attitude and his dangerousness, and he was the match winner for Liverpool. Then we have Harvey Elliott. I thought he played well, showed good composure as well. He got a 6 from me. James Milner also got a 6. He had a nice cross to Núñez, which Núñez failed to convert, but James Milner always oozes class and great composure. And also Fabio Carvalho, I gave a 6. He played his part in the winning goal and looked keen to try and set an influence on the final minutes. And that brings us to the Footy Ratings King of the Match. I think you can all guess who was the king of that match. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Darwin Núñez. It's probably his dream debut, managed to win a penalty and then score the winning goal as well after coming from the bench as a substitute. So very impressive start for him. He'd be even happier that he outperformed Haaland as well. So it's looking like a bright start for Darwin Núñez. Only time will tell if he can keep it going. Thanks for listening. If you like the content, please like and subscribe for more Footy Ratings video. Keep it locked here on Footy Ratings for everything football.